So that's probably the most immediate thing we look for in a client. Someone who values the experience to the extent that they're going to get the most out of it by understanding the relationship between the coach and the client. The client derives more from the coaching, right?
Yeah, and most of the time, that takes care of itself because the client has decided that the trade-off. Because look, there's value in doing this stuff yourself, if you want to, right? If you're just interested in it, you think it's cool to figure shit out and figure out programming and learn how to do the lifts on your own. That's great, but as soon as you decide you're going to become a client, there's a trade-off involved, and you're outsourcing now the learning and the optimization of this process to somebody who has more experience dealing with the process. That's what a coaching relationship is, right? There's a process involved. Anytime you're talking about coaching, there's a process and somebody's guiding you through that process. So you're outsourcing the learning and the decisions that need to be made along that process to somebody who has more expertise. It's just like I talk about this in the programming lecture. Everybody has the capability to figure this stuff out on your own. It's not that complicated, but it's just like fixing your car. Right. If you got a problem with your car, you can Google it and watch some YouTube videos and go rent the tools and figure some shit out over the course of a weekend.
But what's your time worth?
What's your time worth? And you're going to make some mistakes along the way. You're going to have extra parts, right? You're going to have to take it apart and put it back together because you did it wrong. Or you take it to the mechanic and you pay him and you outsource all that stuff.
Exactly the same thing.
So it's the same idea.
You're paying the man to save you the time. Right?
Yep.
And time is money.
Exactly.
Right. Now, who doesn't make a good client? Well, the person who really wants to do all this shit themselves.
Or thinks they already know it all. Right?
Or thinks they already know it all. I would have made a terrible client. I would have made a terrible client. Can you imagine somebody trying to handle me in a personal training appointment? Oh. What a giant pain in the ass I would have been.
Maybe in the past. Because I mean,
in the past, but
at this point, you understand. And I've said things before to you when you're lifting, and you're like, yeah. Other people that are in the gym, they coach you. They say things, and you fix it. But yeah, 30, 40
years ago, I wouldn't even have drank because I didn't have the money.